What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi and welcome back to Courtside Financial. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because NIO is very well documented on this channel, and also make sure you hit that like button because it really does go a long way in helping out the channel. So it's currently 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time here in Michigan, and NIO Stock is currently trading at $21.82, up 1.77% for the day and down 0.14% in the after hours. News here today is that NIO will no longer offer free lifetime battery swapping. If you purchase a vehicle on or before October 11th and or you made a security deposit of $20,000 on or before October 11th towards that vehicle, then you're still entitled to those battery swapping rights. Basically, this first batch of customers is going to get free battery swapping rights for a lifetime. It doesn't matter where they go. They have the ability to use these rights at any battery swapping station available. Starting today, October 12th, and William Lee mentioned this a while ago in his speech that we talked about on this channel, users will begin paying for battery swapping. But here's how the new policy works. If you buy a NIO vehicle, you get free access to their charging stations. And if the users choose to give up that access to the charging stations, then they'll get 6 battery swaps per month for free instead of getting the charging. That's going to be the trade-off. Now, if the users choose to keep access to the free charging, then they're going to actually get 6 free battery swaps, 1 per month for 6 months. So my take on this news is positive. Battery swapping will become a revenue generating service for NIO in my opinion, and I'm going to get into why. The service is no longer free, and to the people who it is free for, you have to remember that NIO is still in its early days. So as the company really begins to scale, the first owners won't be many in the grand scheme of things. This is still a niche company, and they won't make up the majority. NIO mentioned that it costs about 180 RMB for a battery swapping session, which is about $27 US. NIO has already completed over 1 million since they began in 2018. So it's 2020 now. That's 2 years from 2018. On average, that means they did 500,000 battery swaps per year. Now, obviously, this wasn't the case. We know that battery swap really started ramping up this year, and the bulk of the battery swaps came from this year. So it wasn't exactly 500,000 per year. But like I said, NIO is growing, and it seems that the numbers will expand in the future with scale. But let's take a conservative estimate here and say that they do 500,000 battery swaps by the end of 2021, which I think they'll blow that number out of the water, but it never hurts to be conservative when you're talking numbers and you're estimating future projections. And it's also good to be conservative because all of these customers aren't paying customers. We're thinking about the first batch of customers as well. They're getting free battery swaps for a lifetime. And then there's people who are getting battery swaps for 6 months, and so many different variables in the equation, right? So let's take that $27 is the cost per battery swap. Instead of biting the cost, now they're charging people for that. So if we say just out of however many they do, let's say 500,000 people are being charged for the battery swapping. So that's 27 times 500,000. That puts you at $13.5 million in revenue on a conservative estimate. Now, obviously, I said revenue. There's obviously going to be operating costs when it comes to the battery swapping station, and you deduct those operating costs to get profits. Everything depends on the margins, but still $13.5 million in revenue. Obviously, NIO is going to have to make like a lot more than that as an overall company. But for the bears out there, it's a combination of their services and the products they offer, as the management team frequently says. And battery swapping could very well be one of those things. We know that William Lee also mentioned that the charging stations are already profitable. So a whole bunch of different things coming together to produce revenue for this company, and I think battery swaps should be thought of as one of them. I would like to hear more about battery swapping in the Q3 earnings call. I do think that's something that they'll touch on. I would like to hear more about battery swapping in the Q3 earnings call and the plans for the future. I know they plan on releasing the version 2 next year. I know the FA government plans on helping them to build 20 stations this year and 20 stations next year. So it's a very positive outlook for NIO in my opinion, and this is something that's really going to help them out as well. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.